We're in front of the bookshelves, so you know what that time is. It is my monthly read wrap up plus my TBR for July. So let's get straight into it. I have my little peppermint tea for the morning. I love this cup because it is ginormous and I love a big cup of my tea. So we're just gonna chit chat about books this morning. I just can't wait. June was not my best reading month. I will say that it wasn't my best reading month, but I work full time. I have other things going on. Sometimes I just don't feel like reading, and this month maybe was a bit like that. But in saying that, I did finish 2 chunky books. So, you know, I read 4 books this month. So let's go through them. So I first read Mad Mabel. Okay, not what I was expecting. And I said this in my last video, and I said that I would tell my opinions in this video. Now, I'm not going to go into depth. I'm so bad, I don't want to spoil it. But basically, this girl named Elsie, and she is Mad Mabel. But everyone calls her Mad Mabel. So I guess it's a nickname she's grown up with, and it's basically her story, and you learn about like why she was called it, blah, 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 and what happened in her life. So also the cover, I'm just obsessed with. Like, I love that so much. And it's cute. Like, I love the pink on green. So yeah, anyway, I think I might have rated this 4 stars from memory. But yeah, I would recommend this as like a book club book. I feel like this would be a really good addition. 4 stars for this one. The next book I read was A Court of Mist and Fury. So, chunk. Yeah. This was a chunky one. I would honestly say this is 2 books in one. 624 pages long. So I am really proud of myself for finishing this month, because I want to keep reading like 1 a month kind of thing if I can, to try and finish the series before the new books come out, because just to get back into the world, into the universe. I haven't read it for 3 years, so it's kind of like I always say it's my favorite fantasy book besides Throne and Glass, but you know, I haven't read it in 3 years, so like, has everything changed? Maybe. So I don't know. But yeah, I rated this, I think 4. I think I gave it 5 when I first read it. So, you know, but like, I've read a lot of books now, so it's kind of like, eh. And this is also like maybe better for like a younger person getting into fantasy, I would say. The next book I read was my book club book, which was Unsteady. And I read it on my Kindle. This is what the cover looks like. That. Look, it was giving just another hockey romance, off-campus vibes, but to be honest, kind of annoyed me a little bit. I think because it was very much like, poor me, the guy, but the girl is like going through all this other stuff. But I guess like after a while he like helps her and stuff, and you know, whatever. Kind of just like a typical hockey romance. So I think I rated it 3 stars. Like, it wasn't horrible. I did like it, but it's not like my favorite book ever. So yeah, anyway. I love peppermint tea so much. The book club, we read Unsteady, right? And we went to our first book club meetup last night as well, and it was so good. There was like 3 people I didn't know, so it was so nice to like chat to new people about books and just make new friends. We went to like this really nice dinner wine place in our town, and it was just so good. We had a couple of wines, some pasta, I got a cannoli. Like, could it get any better than that? I don't know. And then we went to Bum Bum, which is like kind of like Yochi vibe. So that was really fun. It was freezing outside though, so I don't know why I got a frozen yogurt, but that's okay. But yeah, so that was our first meetup, and I'm like so excited. So me and my friend are gonna like do little like events every month and have like the book that people have to read. Yeah, I was so happy from last night. I came home and I was just like, oh, just so fun. Like, I just loved it so much. So can't wait for next month, and I can't wait to read the next book, which I will talk about soon. Anyway, let's get on to the final book I read in June, which you guys are going to be actually proud of me. House of Sky and Breath. Yep. Look at that. Oh my god. I can't believe I finished this, seriously. Let's check how many pages it is, because I just love doing that. It is 801 pages long. So, you know, that is like 2 or 3 books in one, let's be real. So yeah, I only read 4 books, but like 2 of them are really chunky. So like, I'm like really proud of myself, because I don't normally read really chunky books. So, but this was so freaking good. Like, the first book, I was like, okay, I liked the ending. I feel like it was a lot of character development. Like, I was just getting to know the characters, you know. But this was amazing. Like, I actually loved this so much. I think I've rated it 4 stars. I feel like I'm just a scab with a 5-star read now. I'm like, it needs to be good in every single aspect. This, amazing, but like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe a 4.5. I don't know. I'm not going to spoil it, because I think everyone should read this, and that's all I've got to say about it. I'm going to read the last book potentially next month, not this month coming, because I want to read the next ACOTAR book, and I don't want 2 more chunky books this month. I really don't. So, but I will be thinking about this until further notice. Finally, I think the main reason I made my reading goal on Goodreads only 40 this year as well was so that I read these kind of books. Because they're ones that I just put off, because I'm like, well, they take longer, and then my Goodreads isn't going up, and I like to like set little challenges every year to try and stick to. So I feel like if you make the challenge goal like, you know, 60 or 70 or something, it just isn't achievable to like read these kind of books for me. Like, I just don't end up picking them up, because I'd rather get like a smaller book. But I made it 40 this year. I'm up to 30, and we're only halfway through the year, but it's made me read books that I've wanted to read forever, and like rereading books, like, so good. So yeah, I will definitely be finishing this series this year, definitely. That was the final book I read this month, and let's get on to the TBR. I've already chosen my TBR for this month, and I still don't have my TBR jar. I don't, but I'm gonna make the effort to actually even just make one myself, because my sister's clearly not making me one. It's supposed to be for my birthday, and it's now July. My birthday was in March. She bought the jar, but she's got a Cricut, and she was gonna do like the little pictures and stuff in it. She hasn't yet, so that's okay. Maybe I could even just do it out of something random, but I might make like, I need to make it nice, you know. Anyway, so I've chosen the books I want to read this month, and let's just talk about them. We'll start with the book club book. So last night we all chose a book, and we put it in a spinny wheel, and we just like tapped it, and like, it was like, we're not reading, and it was like that until the last one, and that was the book we were reading. So it ended up being The Institute by Stephen King, and I'm pretty sure this is a chunky book. So thank God we're not gonna like read the last Crescent City book right now, because 3 chunky books in 1 month is not for me. Not doing that. So yeah, I'm actually really excited though, because I have not read one of his books before, and I've always wanted to, so it should be like a good time. I'm really excited. But I'm either going to get it on my Kindle, or I'll go buy the book, because I don't have it. So we'll see how that goes. I'm not really sure, and I think it's like 500 pages long. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's about 500 and something, maybe even 6. I don't know, I'd have to look it up. But yeah, I'll put the book on the screen. This is what it looks like. If anyone else wants to read it this month and be a part of our book club, go ahead. You don't have to come to the meetup. You can just follow along. That's delish. The next books that I really want to read this month, and A couple of the books that I didn't read last month in my TBR video, I have scrapped for now because I just wasn't feeling like picking them up, and I'd rather read books that I'm feeling like reading that month instead of forcing myself, you know. So I've had this book since January. I purchased it because the cover's really cute, but I've heard really good things. So this is called Graceless Heart, and look at that cover, like genuinely. That is gorgeous. The spine. So yeah, this I've been wanting to read for the longest time. It says love is the most dangerous magic, and you know, we love a romantasy. I'm guessing that's what it is. Literally don't know why I haven't picked this up yet. I never read the backs as well, so I don't really know what it's about. All I know is that it's like magic and yeah, I don't know. But look how cute it is. I can't wait to read this and give my thoughts on this book. The next book is, oh, I just realized I did choose a couple books for my last monthly read. Okay, well the next book is Honor, which I've had in my book video last month, and I still haven't read it. So this needs to be on the agenda for this month, surely. 350 pages, like a cute romance, like firefighter, say less. We all know the cover's stunning. Let's see if we read this month. I don't know. We'll see. The next book that I also had on my list for last month is Wild Dark Shore, and I've wanted to read this for the longest time, and it's only small. Like, I don't know why I haven't read it yet. I just haven't. But I've heard really good things about this, so I hopefully will get to this month as well. There's just too many books to read. It really is. It's just never ending. The next book that I really want to read, I also bought this in January, and have I read it yet? No, I have not. And it's been on my shelf kind of as like more of a display because I really love the cover. And it's A Dance of Lies. How beautiful. Look at that. Like, it's the perfect display book. Like, it's so gorgeous. And I've heard really good things of this as well. It says, I rise to the tips of my toes and then lean into my dance. My movement and range may be stilted, but I will find my poetry. I'm really excited to read this though. I've heard so many good things. She once was a dancer in the king's court until she's framed for murder. Okay. Lastly, I've put a little like thriller murder mystery on there, and this one's called A Litter of Bones. I got this off my friend for my birthday, and I hadn't even heard of it, but like I just thought put a little thriller on there, like a little good time, you know. 5 books on the TBR this month, and I thought that's like a better amount, oh, plus my book club book, so 6 on the TBR. So they're the books. We have A Litter of Bones, A Dance of Lies, Wild Dark Shore, Honor, and Graceless Heart. So we've got 5 books here plus the book club book, which is The Institute. So very excited about that. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I can't wait to discuss these next month with you guys and see what I actually ended up reading, because who knows at this point. I will see you guys in my next video and update you on what books I read at the end of this month. Bye guys.